it will be exactly the same as what happens at the time.
So you really did it with Nina Williams? Mario asked, cocking his eyebrow. Of course, to tell you the truth, she was really a freak too, Sonic responded, nodding his head. Really? She was a freak? Of course, man. She really was getting into it, man. Man, women who like sex, what freaks.
I do need to brush up on what my checklist is, I guess. Let's see. You guys, so Lyco and Captain.
Checklist?
That's what I was about to say. Also, though, now that we are recording, Lyco and Captain are here of their own free will. They don't have to, say anything to confirm that.
Yeah, sure.
I can be believed that they aren't here under duress. It's fine. So we have Sonic fanfic bingo checklist, which is basically things that crop up frequently enough, but not every time.
What was the? There was one.
So well, I'll go through them. So we got very specific time frames.
Yeah.
So like things will happen specifically for like 37 minutes or something like that.
I do actually still have the Sonic Bingo. I'll send it. I'll put it
We
in
got
chat.
time frames that don't match up, like when they've done 4 different things for 10 hours at a time, and then it's like next morning. Things that go on for way too long, like when they do things for 10 hours at a time. Lyco. So this is what we were referencing earlier. Someone prompting themselves up. The author of this fanfic is really bad.
Wait, what is prompting up mean?
It doesn't mean anything. They mean propping. They mean that they prop themselves up.
And what does that mean?
So like
going up on
if you're laying
arms
down and
pushing
you
you
push
up.
yourself up, so you're laying on your elbows, kind of, or something like that. We
If I
got
run this Sonic Bingo, will it fuck my PC?
yes.
Yeah.
Because it says Microsoft Defender prevented.
Yeah, it's because it's
Yeah.
an app I wrote in fucking C#. Like
It's because it's not signed by a trusted corporation.
Yeah.
Run it anyway, though.
I have this somewhere saved on my hard drive.
Nice.
Well,
We've
you can
got-
download it again to play.
Doing
Hell
something
yeah.
into or with an emotion. Rapidly and rapid speed. It hasn't happened in a long time, but I refuse to remove it.
No. It did happen like last time, I think.
Well, I don't believe you, so that's fine. Just GBH. GBH happens so much more than it should.
Lyco, that means grievous bodily harm. Just because I assume that it's not something you're in your wheelhouse.
Butt jobs. They used to crop up a lot towards the start. They kind of tailed off, but they crop up now and then. Sonic just being the most oblivious being in existence. Like, being really surprised when a girl wants to have sex with him, even though that is seemingly all that happens to him 24 hours a day. People doing something while they are doing that exact thing. So, like, they're already doing a thing, and then they start doing that thing that they're already doing. People doing something that they literally just stopped doing. Sonic gets a naughty idea. That's one of my favorites, I gotta say. I mean, rapidly and rapid speed will always be at the top, but...
I mean, I wonder in what context the victim says the top of her lungs.
That happens a lot. Yeah, Sonic delivering some smacks. Again, that's one that's tapered off, but it's one that I enjoy. Sonic losing interest immediately. Pressure, just any pressure being involved. That happens too much.
It's all
Yeah, the
coming
victim
back.
says the top of her lungs. That one crops up a lot, so it's decently likely you'll see that. Like multiple Sonics, just references to Sonic existing more than once at the same time. The next one is just yeah.
I think that's a new one.
Terrible nickname for vagina. Oh my god. Like, we have had some really fucking bad ones. I think woman barrier was the worst. Hickey was bad, but woman barrier was the worst.
Love liquids into a woman barrier. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Breathing hardly. I like breathing hardly. Haha, breathing hard or hardly breathing, am I right?
Hopefully the latter.
And also just fuck me like a pawn star because that has increased in frequency.
Yeah.
Rapidly in rapid speed? What the fuck?
Rapidly in rapid speed, it's my favorite one. Sonic always used to do things rapidly in rapid speed. Not so much these days, you know. He's getting older.
So, who did you encounter to sleep with, Sonic?
Fuck's sake, Mario. Come on, my dude. Let's just be slightly less desperate.
Literally the fifth line.
Holy shit.
Well, you're not going to like this. Come on, tell me. I want to hear it. I don't want to. Seriously, Sonic, tell me. Alright, since you asked for it, I slept with Laura Kinney, aka X-23. Mario's jaw dropped with total shock after what Sonic had told Mario just now.
For how much of her existence in the comics was she underage?
Sonic, are you serious? I don't know, that was all in caps, so...
X23 age is one of the first fucking, suggest autocompletes on Google.
Oh dear.
14 plus?
I think if you have to check that, I think you should stay away, probably.
You slept with X-23, the clone of Wolverine? Mario asked in absolute shock. Sonic nodded his head sadly in response.
I love the way they just casually add in really specific exposition. You slept with X-23, the clone of Wolverine.
Does that mean he fucked Wolverine?
Yeah, just, femme Wolverine, who is likely to have been underage.
How on earth did you sleep with the dangerous assassin who was the Weapon X experiment and the crazy killing machine? How on earth did you met her and slept with her anyway, man? Mario asked in shock and curiosity.
Oh man, we're off to a good start.
I never wanted to sleep with X-23, Mario. She forced me to. Sonic sadly responded. So she raped you then, huh?
Okay.
Maybe Sonic will finally get the therapy he needs.
Since you put it that way, yes. Oh my goodness, Sonic. Oh my goodness, Sonic. Did she force you to have sex with you or she'll kill you? Oh, wait, she wouldn't force him to have sex with himself, Mario, you fucking idiot.
I don't know. I mean, lots of other girls do. That kind of stuff happens to Sonic all the time.
No. Tell me all the details. I'm dying to know right now, Sonic. Tell me right now.
Look, Sonic, I know this was a traumatic experience, but I don't give a fucking shit. I'm trying to jerk off here, Sonic.
Well, it started like this. Flashback. ... Sonic is in the store
Maisie,
getting a bottle of soda.
This isn't for you, Maisie.
He paid $2 for it, telling the cashier to keep the change since he gave the cashier $3.
Wait, then he paid $3 for it.
Sonic left out the shop, opening his bottle.
Also, how did he give him $3? The only combination is a $2 bill and a $1 bill. He just gave him an extra dollar bill and said keep the change.
Yeah. Sonic left out the shop, opening his bottle, and takes a sip as he walks away to his direction, minding his own business.
Fucking hell.
He was soon to be unaware when someone in the shadows...
It's a good thing he knows now, then.
When someone in the shadows was following him in secret in order to not be caught.
That's why I do things in secret as well.
As Sonic continued walking and minding his own business, he began to grow suspicious, feeling that someone is following him in secret.
Why did he grow suspicious when he didn't know that they were there?
He's only unaware later, remember?
Oh, he's still not unaware yet. Okay.
Yeah. Sonic turned around to see if anyone is following him. Is someone there? Sonic wondered. Sonic looked around as it was quiet and no one is there following him. Huh. I guess it must have been the wind. Sonic.
Oh.
I guess I'm being paranoid here, Sonic admitted. See, now he's gone to being unaware. Sonic shrugged his shoulders, turning around and walked to his direction.
Why did he just turn around? What? He just starts walking back the way he
Is
came.
this another thing? To his direction.
Nah, it's just bad writing. We can't put bad writing on the list.
Yeah.
It would be ticked off instantly
Yeah,
every
that's-
time.
The suspect jumped to the ground from the rooftop and getting close to Sonic.
What suspect?
Sonic then grew more suspicious when he turns around. He then sees a woman with black hair wearing her outfit just like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It was none
Yeah.
other than Laura Kinney. It's not it's not none other, it's known other.
Yeah.
It was known other than Laura Kinney, aka X-23 herself. X-23? Surprised to see you here, Sonic said nervously. Hello, Sonic. Surprised to see you again as well, X-23.
No, why are you surprised? You were following him, you dickhead.
X-23 responded with a evil smile.
Yeah, here we go. I found a thread of how old is X-23 specifically for Marvel vs. Capcom. The first reply is, she's too shapely to be Marvel's token lolly. Fuck's sake.
Okay.
Okay.
Guesses of 16 to 17.
Yeah.
One person just replies, old enough.
So
Maybe.
where is Logan? Aren't you supposed to meet him at the Xavier or some sort? The Xavier?
The Xavier Institute. Maisie, don't do that.
Of course, so I'm all alone. Since I caught your scent and found you...
Where's Logan? Are you supposed to meet him somewhere? Of course. Moves on.
Since I caught your scent, not S-C-E-N-T, just S-E-N-T, and found you, how about we go someplace where it's more quiet and private? What do you mean? Oh no, you're going to kill me, are you?
Oh god, I fucking wish.
Does that count as oblivious?
Oh, yeah, probably. No, of course not, but right now... That's a sentence, of course. I want you to do something for me. Like what exactly? Drop your pants down. What?
Classic.
Drop your pants down. Drop it right now. No, I won't. Whatever you're planning, I don't want to be part of it, okay?
Okay, damn Sonic.
Oh, it's just only me and you, Sonic. Now drop your pants or I'll do it for you. Over my dead body. There is no way you're going to kill me. You could kill me over my dead body. Fuck you.
No, she can't. He'd be dead. She can't kill you and be a dead body.
I said I'm not
Like,
going
you
to
idiot.
kill you. I want you to fuck me. What?
Fuck's sake.
Did I stutter? I want you to fuck me, question mark. Make love to me and fuck me as long as you can. I want it right now. Oh, hell no. Not gonna happen. Let Logan do it for you. No, not Logan. Why not Iceman to make love to you? Of course not. I want you, Sonic, and today's your lucky day. Now come here, drop your pants, and fuck me. No! Sonic took off running away from X-23.
I won't do it.
Leaving her behind. Get back here. I will get what I want, Sonic, Laura yelled. Laura pursued to chase Sonic. Sonic cut through the alleyways to lose X-23, but X-23 was right on Sonic's tails. Well, if she's on your tails, then you're fine. Tails hasn't been mentioned in the story yet. Come back here, Sonic. I'll let you squeeze my ass whatever you like when we're hanging out, X-23 commanded. No, not gonna happen! Sonic responded. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
Welcome to the party, Joe.
I won't kill you if you have sex with me. Again? No! Sonic took a shortcut. Sonic, you're
Also, how the fuck? I don't understand how people regularly catch up with Sonic.
Well, it's because Sonic isn't fast, apparently. Sonic...
Fast but predictable.
Sonic took a shortcut to get... It's the fucking fingerless gloves. They're slowing him down. Sonic took a short...
parachutes on his arms?
I don't know. Sonic took a shortcut to get away from X-23, but turns out he was at a dead end, nowhere to run. Just he was going to leave, but instead X-23 was right there in time, walking slowly to Sonic.
She's walking slowly, and he can't get away.
Sonic backing away from X-23 against the wall, fearing for his life. Nowhere to run, Sonic the Hedgehog. I got you where I want you, X-23 reminded. Oh my goodness, she's going to kill me, Sonic thought in fear.
Oh my goodness.
X-23 got close to Sonic and had her hand against the wall over Sonic's shoulder. She pressed her body against Sonic's body, looking into his emerald green eyes. She licked her lips as she began rubbing Sonic's crotch lustfully, rubbing Sonic's shaft, which made her to get a little excited.
Oh man, I couldn't write this bad if I tried.
Yeah, I think it would genuinely be a bit of a struggle. Now drop down your pants and fuck me right the fuck now, X-23 commanded. No! Sonic pushed X-23 away from
Why is he being so petulant? Like, basically, Lil Knuckles just decided, okay, this chapter is a rape chapter. And made no effort to, like, give any reasoning after he's fucked the last 50 people, no problem. His reasoning is just, no, I don't wanna, no.
Sonic pushed X-23 away from him and got away.
Sonic, wait.
Pardon me?
He found that very easy, didn't he? X-23 smiled and went after Sonic, not resting until she get into Sonic's pants and make love with him. Sonic looked back over his shoulder with X-23 hot on his tail getting close to him. Sonic gasped as he then started to speed, but suddenly hit himself against the wall without look at his direction, having him fail unconscious.
Sonic then start to speed. Oh fuck, that's good.
Minutes later, Sonic softly groaned, opening his eyes after being knocked out from the wall. He then sees himself on the bed resting. Sonic then noticed someone was on top of him when he finally opened his
That's
eyes.
definitely multiple Sonics. He hasn't even opened his eyes yet. How did he see the other Sonic resting on the bed without even opening his eyes?
He then sees Laura, who is on top of Sonic, hands resting onto his chest, waiting
He's having
patiently
an out of
for
body
him to wake up.
experience right now.
Hopefully. Glad you're finally up, handsome, X-23 smiled. What the? Ah! X-23, where are we? What did you do to me? Sonic asked in fear. Nothing, I brought you here in a motel room. What? Oh my goodness, now I'm really in trouble.
What?
Just kill me and get it over with.
Hotel? Oh no.
I told you before I'm not going to kill you. Besides, you're going to fuck me since I've already taken off your pants and shoes.
Well,
It
can't
naturally
argue with that, can
follows.
Does he have pants?
This Sonic does.
you? This is his own Sonic OC,
Who is also the
who is
regular
also
Sonic.
the actual Sonic,
But every
but
now and
also
then,
his own OC.
every now and then you get like a
He
Sonic
wears
rant
cool
where he
ripped
goes,
jeans, I think.
yeah, you get like a Sonic rant where he goes like, well, I used to be immature, but now I'm very mature, and it's always really funny. Oh shit, I do have multiple Sonics on my bingo sheet. Good. Do not worry, they're at against the wall over there. Anyway, now that's done, and I've already got my boots and my pants off, including my black panties. So I just have on my shirt and boxer, right? Yes, I've already taken off your gloves too to make things hotter. What are you going to do to me? We're going to have a moment together, and I'm going to fuck you until I'm completely satisfied, which I will not. I'm going to ride you, of course. Wait just a second. Less talking, more sex.
Wait just a second.
X-23 pulls out Sonic's erected shaft and inserting it inside her pussy, and she rams herself down and bouncing onto Sonic. Yeah, it feels so good. X-23 moaned. Sonic prompts to get X-23 off him. He prompts it up. I don't have that one on my sheet. Damn.
He's still trying to get up.
Sonic prompts to get X-23 off of him, but she was not going to allow that to happen, so she pinned Sonic's hand down and looking into his eyes, but whispering to his ear.
That's built on mine, so that's great.
Don't fight it, just enjoy it. I won't hurt you, X-23 whispered. Sonic remained silent, not to get into X-23's bad side. She continues to ride and move her hips onto Sonic, enjoying the sexual excitement. She then smiles down at Sonic, who was just only watching X-23 riding onto Sonic. Do you like it?
You have multiple Sonics?
Yeah.
Just...
I think that we already had that one. It's just...
I already crossed it off mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, are you playing bingo?
Yeah, I linked the bingo sheet.
Where?
Uh,
Oh, is it called debugs.zip?
yeah.
Oh, I was scared of that download.
Okay.
It should be.
Don't download it. Like, I don't care.
Well, then you can't partake in the bingo.
No, I'm bingoing. I'm bingoing.
It feels good, but will Logan find out about us sleeping together? Sonic questioned. Of course not. Besides, I want to do this, and with you here, I can have a good time. So I heard. And by the way, come on. Come on what? You can touch me and make me feel so much good. But touch me, please. Okay.
Alright.
Sonic places his hands, wrapping them around X-23's hips, and so she then starts to bounce and move her hips more faster and harder. The bed even starts to shake in motion coming from X-23 as she was giving herself into the sexual pleasure.
Classic. There we go. There it is.
Yeah, it always shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, he's got so many uhs in the next couple of fucking sentences. She places her hands behind her head, moaning in excitement from the amount of pleasure driven up for her from Sonic's shaft. Oh yes, Sonic. Harder, X-23 moaned. X-23 rests her hands onto Sonic's chest. Can you at least call her the fucking other name, which is an actual fucking name instead of X-23? You fucking
Her name's
asshole.
X-23.
Just call it the other one. Like her actual, like her Christian
That's probably
name.
not even her real name.
It's easier though.
You don't have to say dash every time, you dickhead.
Her eyes start to close,
You're
very...
choosing to do that to make it difficult.
I can make things harder for myself. I will never deny that.
Yeah, you can, and I can shout at you for complaining about it.
Her eyes start to close, bearing how good it felt for X-23's moaning into pleasure softly. After that, she then hardly bounced onto Sonic with brutal force, gotten her to moan more and enjoying it so far.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The bed's frame then starts to shake and banging against the wall from X-23's movements. Oh, Sonic, it feels so good, X-23 moaned. I don't understand why X-23 wanted to have sex with me. She completely hates, and I don't know why she wants to do it with me.
This is Sonic's fucking train of thought while he's plowing this girl.
Yeah, I would say it's a train of thought, but it's in speech marks, so hypothetically...
He's just staring off into the distance, saying this to himself.
Either way, I better not want to get her on her bad side, and just go along with it, and wondering why is she so nice to me. I don't think
She's
getting
not.
raped
She's
is nice,
raping you.
Sonic. Sonic thought. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, yes, Sonic. Your cock feels so damn good inside of me. It's like taking over my entire body.
Yeah.
Oh yes, fuck me, Sonic. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me.
Classic.
Fuck you, Sonic. Their sex continued on and lasted for 11 hours throughout the night and day.
Fuck's sake.
Does this count for things going on for way too long?
Yeah.
How often do you fuck for 11 hours, Leica?
Also, 11 hours throughout the night and day, so that's time frames that don't match up. An entire day of 11 hours.
Which means that I already got a bingo.
What,
You gotta get the whole thing.
Yeah, you gotta get the whole
Oh,
sheet.
the whole thing. Oh, okay.
Do you like the art though,
No idea
Leica?
how bingo works.
I like it.
It's supposed to just be the line, but we do the whole sheet just because it's easier.
Okay.
X-23 didn't bother answering her phone coming from her friends from the Institute. The beds still continue on shaking as the bed frame was shaking and banging on against the wall.
You know, it's these little details that really make it.
X-23 was in a lustful trance, moaning hard, breathing heavily into the excitement, rolling her eyes. Oh, fuck's sake. Like, why would you write this? What does this add to your fucking story?
What do you mean? It helps me get off.
Oh, yes, Sonic. More, give me more. Fuck me just like that. Oh, yes, it feels so damn good. I'm about to come. Took a fucking 11 hours. X-23
And
moaned.
a whole day.
This is once again in speech marks. Wow, she's really enjoying herself so far. Come on, Sonic. Don't screw up
I feel
now.
like Sonic's like one of those people that doesn't have an internal monologue. He can't help but say whatever he's thinking out loud.
Let X-23 have her fun, and this will be done in a jiffy, and I can leave, Sonic thought. But, mate, it's already been 11 hours. I don't think they can be done in a jiffy. Fuck's sake. While moving her hips faster, X-23 bends down, leaning to Sonic, and start wrapping her arms around Sonic. Sonic, kiss me, X-23 commanded. Wait, what? X-23 pressed her lips onto Sonic to proceed with the kiss and moaning along to it. Sonic did not hesitate, so he returns the kiss, wrapping his hands around X-23's rear and gropes it gently, causing X-23 to moan in pleasure.
I'm too amped up. I'm too ready for it. You said rapping, and I was in my mind. It was rapidly.
Happened
I'm
earlier.
letting myself down at this point.
She kissed Sonic hard and crazy. They then went on for minutes, away almost to 12 hours.
12 hours, one kiss. Holy shit! Fucking Christ!
The two knew they were going to climax anytime soon, so they then went all in, enjoying the sex. They spend 5 minutes making kissing on the lips until...
I love that. Oh fuck! Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I love it when they make kissing on the lips.
I think that one
Happened
deserves
last time as well. I remember.
I think that one deserves to get a screenshot.
Oh fuck!
Let's just ping Saoirse. She'll hate that.
The only person smart enough to not take part.
Until X-23 broke the kiss and leaning away from Sonic as she looked up at the ceiling with her eyes rolled backwards, continuously bouncing and moving her hips onto excitement. Oh, Sonic, you're gonna make me... Come! Why, you just don't shout that. Fuck you. Oh yes, almost there. Almost there. Asterisk moan, asterisk. Almost there, X-23 moaned. 3 minutes afterwards, Sonic and X-23 then groaned and climaxed at the same time, mixing up their juices together all in one. X-23 froze for a moment right after feeling Sonic's cum bursting inside her. Afterwards, she leaned back down to Sonic and crazily kisses him on the lips.
Crazy.
X-23 moaned. Seconds later, she broke the kiss and had a smile on her face. Did you enjoy that, baby? X-23 asked. Yes, Sonic admitted.
He admitted it. That means it's true.
Glad to hear
He's
it
really
from you.
hesitant, but if it's an admission, that means it's true. So
You don't want to... There we go. Glad to hear it from you. Okay, time to cut down to the chase. You already hate me. You just did raped me by threatening to kill me if I didn't do it with you, and now you are smile and enjoying it while I don't want to get on your bad side to kill me. Sonic, you literally told Mario that she didn't threaten to murder you. Like, why did you just lie about that? Well, all of that is not true. I mean, yes, I did rape you, but you got it all wrong, Sonic. I do like you.
But
I feel like that's another screech.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, gosh. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Unlikely to see a butt job.
I didn't because you was a self-centered, selfish, arrogant, cocky little brat that you used to be. But looking at you right now, you've completely changed. That was the end of a sentence.
I only raped you because I thought you were a dickhead, Sonic. Isn't that fair enough?
Yeah,
I like
it's totally
Saoirse's
fair.
response.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still catching up on earlier messages. It's gonna be a while.
It's pretty good. Gee, thanks. I did change. I stopped being an annoying, arrogant, cocky, self-centered little brat, and you're right. I am if it takes for you to hurt me. Go ahead, end me if it's what you want from me, right? To
Look,
take
I
my
know
life.
you raped me, but you're right. I'm not a dumb kid anymore. You can just fucking kill me right now. I'm good.
I'm doing
That's
this.
all I needed.
I'm doing this because you can feel better and forget about me.
My life is fulfilled now. Please kill me.
Sonic, don't say
Please.
that.
Please kill me.
Sonic, don't say that. I know I got you in a depressing mood, but relax. I didn't mean to hurt you like that, Sonic. You did, and it really made me
She
think
did.
of something, and I know I got to get my act together, which I did. I am being more matured and responsible as ever. And I admire you for that. I don't want to kill you, I just want to have some fun with you, that's all. I'm sorry I raped you by taking you somewhere here private and threatened to have sex with me. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
Oh, God.
Apology accepted.
Well, there you go. I mean, I thought he was already good at the point where he was saying, "You know, you're right. Please just end my life." I thought he was beyond apologies at that point. To be honest.
Good. And speaking of which, how do you feel like going up another moment with me? Sure, I guess. And to be honest, you're too hot, by the way.
You're too hot.
Thank you, handsome. Now, why don't we get down to business and fuck me real good?
How am I supposed to be upset by being raped by you when you're so attractive?
With grab and gropes X-23's butt, which caused her to gasp in shock. Pleasure. Meanwhile, Gambit, who was at the danger room training his powers and his skills when he realized that
classic.
X-23 wasn't here. Looks like X-23 is not here, I wonder where she could be at this moment. Gambit wondered, rubbing his chin. Somewhere. X-23 was still on top of Sonic as she moved her hips central and a little faster, moaning into excitement and pleasure. Sonic stopped X-23 and started rapidly thrusting in and out of X-23, making her go crazy with this. Oh, yes, Sonic, right there, deeper, harder, just like that, baby. Sonic X-23 moaned. The 49th chapter of the story. Yes, of course I did have to have Sonic sleep with X-23 from X-Men. I used to the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 version of it. I hope you all enjoyed that chapter. Stay tuned for more. Ladies are coming on the way. This is Little Knuckles, signing off.
When me PM me the next chapter, I'll do one.
Alright.
You can't post it in the main chat because I'm still catching up.
There you go. I think it will be a potentially good one.
What do we got? Oh, is this Peach? Okay, yeah, I mean, this should be a good one. Alright, there's an important author note here. We'll better pay attention to this. Wow, 50 chapters already, and now I have like over 30,000 views of this story. This story has become very, very, and very popular, and everyone is enjoying this story. Well, Well, I mean,
we did leave a review, to be fair.
yes. And the review said that it was awful, I'm pretty sure. So
Do you reset bingos between?
No,
Thing.
it's usually
In
like
theory,
you finish
but,
one in
you know,
session.
I'm back.
there's
Did
no
I miss
real
any bingo?
rules.
Uh,
Well, we finished the chapter, so
Alright, so do I reset my bingo?
No,
it's
no,
up
no.
to you.
But yeah, like,
There were a
just to
few
give you
good
the
things.
important lines.
Pardon me.
Well, all of that is not true. I mean, yes, I did rape you, but you got it all wrong, Sonic. I do like you.
I hit 6 things on the total bingo list.
I'm
hit
sorry I
4.
raped you by taking you somewhere here private and
hit
threatened to have
5.
sex with me. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
I would like to thank you all for the major support, the views, and especially the reviews to this story, turning to be a great success knowing how popular it has so far. This is the problem. I try and read it, and I try and make the sentence make sense, and then I have to redo it when I accidentally read real words instead of the fake words he's written down. Anyway, here is the next chapter you all been waiting for. Enjoy! Wait, she liked you? Mario asked.
You're not gonna worry about your friend who got raped for fucking 12 hours, Mario?
No, he just can't believe that X-23
Wasn't it,
liked him.
over 20, because there were two 12-hour segments.
See, I don't know if he meant that it was overall 12 hours. Going
Well,
from
it was
11 hours.
It was 11 hours, and then it was another 12 hours afterwards. Yeah, she did. I thought she hated me at first, now she likes me. Plus, we're friends and we decided to keep it that way, Sonic explained. Plus, I'm never gonna fuck her again. Of course, and you know she might want you again. I don't know. We'll see. You just said you're gonna stay friends, you dickhead. Well, in that case, who's this next girl did you sleep with? Yeah, 5 lines in again. Well, if I tell you this, don't get mad. I won't, now tell. Seriously, please don't get mad, man. I won't, now please tell me who is this girl you slept with? Well, oh boy, how am I going to put this? It's, well, it's Princess Peach. Mario heard of his girlfriend's name, then he began
You've
to get
heard
angry
of it
at Sonic.
before, eh?
He's heard of his girlfriend's name. He then delivers a hard punch across Sonic in the face, sending to the floor, setting up a scene for everyone to see. Does that count? It's not a smack, it's just a punch. Does that count? He did deliver it.
Nah, it's Sonic has to deliver it. It does specify Sonic.
Say that again, Mario commanded. I just told you her name, didn't I? And you said you wouldn't get mad. Sonic softly responded, say it again! Princess Peach! Mario again deliver a punch in the face to Sonic. He then starts to pick up Sonic by the collar of his shirt, slamming his face to the table and throws him through the window, crashing through it to the ground. Mario went I love that everyone's complaining that he has a shirt. Well, you see, while this is the actual and real Sonic, it is also, at the same time, Lil Knuckles' own Sonic OC. And he does wear ripped jeans, fingerless gloves, and presumably a shirt. I'm sure he wears like a leather jacket or something.
Yeah, like ripped sleeve shirt or something.
Cool guy TM clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Think of generic edgy character, and that's him.
Nice.
Slamming his face to the table and throws him through the window, crashing through it to the ground.
But there was another window?
Mario went outside, seeing Sonic pulling himself up, spitting out blood from his mouth. Mario then knee-kicks Sonic and headbutted Sonic in the face, delivers some more punches against Sonic, and Mario then delivers a powerful punch in Sonic's stomach, which had got Sonic down on his knees, holding his stomach. Oh my god. I need to be more prepared for these long sentences. Oh. Okay, that actually hurt, Sonic said in bed. What the hell did you do? Sorry, no. Foolish of me. What the hell did you done, you sick, sneaky little rodent? Mario yelled in anger. Mario, it's not what it looks like. I'm not dating Princess Peach, and you know that, Sonic reminded. Yeah, but you slept with my girlfriend! Mario punches Sonic in the face once again, having Sonic laid on his back. Uh-oh. Tell me how long this has been going on, Mario demanded. We're not seeing each other, Sonic countered. Tell me or I'll kill you, Sonic! This was before you and Peach were seeing each other. Wait, what? This was before you guys were together.
It just instantly
Oh, why didn't you say so? I was trying to before you beat me up. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to hurt you like that. You had every right to do that to me, and I understand all of that. Why don't we go have a drink, and I'll tell you what happened with me and Peach. Good idea.
Yeah, you want to go back to Jack under
why
the
don't I
table?
go into intense detail about how I fucked your girlfriend?
Also, when has Mario not been with Peach?
Sorry, excuse me. Meanwhile, at the bar, Sonic and Mario sat at a table having a cocktail and socializing, while Mario is out front of the bar beating the shit out of Sonic. Sonic and Mario are sat at a table in the bar.
Wait, is this
multiple
is
Sonics.
what is
That's multiple Sonics. I don't think we've had multiple Marios before, you know.
No, I don't think so.
is what Az says? Was this a little girl genetically engineered from Wolverines?
Yeah.
X23, yeah. Yeah, we've already covered that. She was likely underage. So what happened with you and my girlfriend? Mario asked. Well, it happened like this. Flashback.
Mario unzips his
Sonic rode his skateboard to the skating rink for his spare time. When he got there, he performed some tricks and performing some new techniques to accomplish. Sonic spent an hour in the skating rink having a good time. Sonic and left the rink saying goodbye to the other skaters. Sonic head on over to the store, grab a bottle of Mountain, when suddenly he sees Princess Peach exiting out of building when she soon notices Sonic across from her. Holy fuck, he grabs a bottle of Mountain.
I assume he means like Mountain Dew or something.
No, but it just really got me that he just grabs a bottle of Mountain. just pure Mountain in every bottle. Also, I really like that he sees Princess Peach exiting out of building.
Yeah.
Just unspecified building. Oh, Sonic, hi, Peach greeted. Hey there, Peach, how are you? Sonic greeted happily. I'm doing okay, well. A little sad, of course. Oh, what's that? Can we talk over at my castle and I'll tell you? Sure thing, let's get going then. Minutes later. The two... fucking hell, like her castle's right nearby. The two arrive to Peach's castle and heads on inside the castle. They then head on over to Peach's bedroom. So what's on your mind, Sonic asked. Sonic, I broke up with my ex-boyfriend, Peach responded sadly. Is it Mario? Why would he think it's Mario? This was before they dated. It's weird for him to assume it would be Mario when this is before they dated. No, someone else, and we've been dating for 3 months until I caught him cheating with another woman. Oh, that's bad. Are you going to be okay? I guess so.
That's bad.
I hope so. Peach, listen to me. You are a beautiful and attractive woman, and you're better than him. You don't need him. Go out with Mario. He always been there for you, comfort you, making you smile, have you being happy, and give you hope and faith in him when he always beats Bowser and save your life and save the world, I guess. But anyway, he's better than that guy, and he will make you feel more happy. He'll give you love, compassion, loyalty, respect, and honesty. You will help you and make you feel better. Wow. That's really deep, you know. That's some self-actualization shit right there.
Yeah, deep cuts.
Hugs to Peach.
You think so? Of course, and I know it. Straight from my heart and soul. Thank you so much, Sonic. That means a lot to me. You're welcome, and I'm glad I can help. Anyway, you feeling any better? You stop being a fucking pussy now? Come on. Stop being sad. A little bit. Yeah, here we go. Is that so? Then I know a way to make you feel better. Just like, look, I know you're sad, but you feeling better? Can we fucking now?
I couldn't say this is the first one I remember where Sonic was like the one initiating the encounter.
No, I'm sure it's happened.
Ooh, Sonic has a naughty idea.
Really? What's that? You'll see soon enough. Sonic then pushes Peach to the bed gently and gets on top of Peach. Peach wonder why Sonic pushed her, and puzzling with answers until Sonic leaned down to Peach and kisses her neck, caressing her body with his hands, which brought Peach to feel the soft pleasure, making her feel good. Yeah, no, he's literally just written a regular chapter and then swapped the two characters. It's just Sonic initiating and the girl being confused. Oh, Peach moaned. Feeling any better now? Sonic asked. Yes, I am at this moment, I am. Take me right now, Sonic. I want to feel you inside of me, just straight to it, all of a sudden.
What?
Oh my
Aren't they
god.
just in front of the building chit-chatting?
No, they walked a couple minutes to her castle.
Yeah, and then immediately went up to her bedroom.
I must have passed out.
I want to feel you inside of me. I always admire you and croon a jest to you. Make love to me right now, Sonic. Yes, your majesty. Sonic went on to kiss Peach by the neck, smothering it. Peach also wrapped her hands around Sonic, softly moaning to this, feeling the sensation rising on her. Oh, Sonic, it's all yours. My body is all yours, Peach moaned. Afterwards, Sonic got off Peach and Peach let herself up from the bed and pulling Sonic for a kiss on the lips. Sonic returns the kiss, having his hands wrap around Peach's hips. Peach then moan with onto the kiss as seconds passing by. Sonic slides down his hand to Peach's rear and softly gropes it, making Peach jump to surprise. They start to wrestle their tongues as they were tongue-kissing each other, slobbing and licking each other's tongues before going on with the regular kiss. That is honestly one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And I see a bit in bold coming up. Be ready. There is specific music being played soon. Ooh.
Spicy.
The kiss had lasted on for 12 minutes, and Sonic broke the kiss. In the last chapter, they kissed for 12 hours.
Yup.
Apparently, it's according to the text, it was one kiss for 12 hours.
Damn.
Peach was now out of her zone and decided to take off her pink shirt off, showing her cleavage with a pink bra on. Sonic took off his black fingerless gloves and his shirt off, throwing them to the side. Peach walked on over to Sonic. From where? They were intertwined. Did she just do a little loop? And caressing Sonic's chest and kissing him on the lips, once again having Sonic returning the kiss. Peach went on to rub on Sonic's crotch, feeling his shaft erected to its full size. After a few minutes of kissing, Peach then turned on her radio, playing an old school classic, which it's Barry White, I'm gonna love you just a little more, baby. Right, obviously I just gotta listen to this briefly.
Just a little
Barry
more.
White. Yep, I'm
There
gonna
it is.
love you just a little more.
Oh yeah, it's blocked, of course.
Have you considered not living in a fascist country?
No,
You.
never.
It's not very good music.
What do you mean? It's great. Barry White's fucking banging, Bomey. You don't know good music, my dude.
I don't. I will freely admit that.
Also, I agree that it's bad.
Good.
I mean, I don't like music without lyrics. I think there were lyrics in there somewhere, but I could barely make them out. Peach helped Sonic unzip his pants, pulling them down, and Sonic soon took off his shoes and pants off, including his socks.
Sorry,
He
just
now
to
had on
interrupt
his-
for a second. Like, can you clarify what "this is penis music" means?
It's like what you would expect to hear in that setting.
So you're saying it's appropriate?
It's yeah. It's like
Some of the music
it's-
he's played in the
yeah.
past definitely wasn't appropriate.
I hate how Joe is drawing pictures of this as he goes as well.
That sounds amazing. I love that.
Oh, yeah. I'm
I haven't seen any. I mean, obviously, I'm not continuing to catch up on messages while I'm reading, so I'm still very behind. He now had on his boxers on, and he then unzipped Peach's shorts, and she then pulled them down, showing her pink thong on. She took off her shoes and socks off also. Plus, Peach then take off her thong and throwing them to the side, smiling sexily. Peach then got down on her knees and started to stroke Sonic's shaft softly, looking up at Sonic. A few seconds later, Peach then went on sucking off Sonic slowly and softly. Sonic soon began to moan softly but quietly, feeling the pressure from Peach's mouth sucking him off softly. It's a soft pressure, you know? It's a soft pressure. Peach bopped her head back and forth in rhythm, moaning slowly. She bopping right now. Must be that Barry White. The pressure and the
It is really
excitement start to
immersive,
build
yeah.
momentum, increase the amount slowly without a doubt. Sonic continued to moan quietly but softly into the excitement.
Man,
They're
he's
building
saying this
momentum.
to fucking Mario still. Like, why is he doing this to Mario?
Because he hates Mario.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Why do you think they beat the shit out of each other so often? After spending 13 minutes, Peach began to pause by stop sucking off Sonic and just stroke Sonic's shaft slowly and gently looking up to him. Did you enjoy it, Sonic? Peach asked. Yes, I did. I really enjoyed it. Good, now let's get to the main course, sweetie. Peach rose herself up, pushes Sonic to the bed. She began to get on top of Sonic, in a cowgirl position, inserting Sonic's shaft inside her pussy. Peach started moving her hips slowly, bopping and moving her hips up and down in rhythm slowly onto Sonic's shaft. Peach soon began moaning softly to... No. Peach soon began moaning to this softly feeling Sonic's shaft drenching in and out of her. Why is Sonic's shaft fucking phase shifted to liquid?
I love how when it
He's
starts
just that
to get
fast.
sexy, there's always the sentence to play out when the shaft has entered the vagina. Like, he'll stop.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Penetration is important too.
This
You of
guy
all
who
people
does
should
this
know
is
this.
really autistic. Like,
Sonic! Peach moaned, Sweet softly moaned. Oh no, I remember how I did all the sex bits. Don't worry. Peach rested her hands onto her bed over Sonic's shoulder, moving her hips lustfully in pleasure. Sonic had his hands wrapped onto Peach's hips while move her hips onto Sonic. Peach soon slightly increased her pace, moving her hips a little faster onto Sonic. Pardon me. Peach, Becca's just laughing at me. Peach's moans start to... Yeah, it's an important part of the experience. Just like I have to crack open my cans right next to the mic. Peach's moans start to increase by every chance of excitement rising into her body. Yes, oh Sonic, that's the spot, Peach moaned. Peach then went on kissing Sonic on the lips passionately, which did return the kiss for Peach, enjoying their passionate moment for the two. It's a good thing she's enjoying for both of them. Peach went on moaning while kissing the blue blur hero on the lips, passionately enjoying the time she's having with Sonic. I love that, like, as opposed to his usual descriptions of banging chicks, like when he's talking to Mario about fucking Mario's girlfriend, he goes into intense detail about how much they both really enjoyed it. Every other word is how much they really enjoyed it.
yeah, he just fuck. Like, I mean, Mario did punch him in the face like 5 minutes ago.
After the kiss, Peach broke the kiss for a moment and started to unhook her pink bra, throwing it to the side of the bed, showing her breasts. Sonic began to fondle with Peach's breast gently to it as Peach placed her hands onto Sonic's hands, where he fondling her breasts gently. Yeah. Oh, Sonic, Peach moaned. During their sexual moment they're having together, Sonic then pulled Peach close to her, groping her butt, and then starts to thrust himself fast inside of Peach in rapid speed, making Peach moan more.
Yes.
But it's
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, Sonic, give it to me just like that, Peach moaned. Peach rolled her eyes, feeling the sensation rising inside her as the lust then start to take control of her entire body, obeying Sonic's command of excitement. They spend 22 minutes in the sexual position, until they switch positions as Peach got into a doggy position on the bed as Sonic thrusting himself in Peach. Peach looked down, eyes closed, grabbing the bed sheets, moaning with excitement, enjoying the sexual feeling. I really hate the start of that sentence. Peach looked down, eyes closed, grabbing. What does that mean? Sonic grabbed hold onto Peach's hips, thrusting hard and fast inside of Peach. Oh, Sonic, that's the spot right there, right there, right there, right there, Peach moaned. Peach rolled her eyes, sticking her tongue out, moaning and breathing heavily of excitement. Sonic also then started to pull Peach's hair while thrusting hard, making Peach moan even more. Her butt cheeks begin jiggling each and every thrust from Sonic as Peach moan onto this. Oh, Sonic, yes, right there. After spending 48 minutes, they switch positions again as Sonic sat on the edge of the bed with Peach on top of Sonic, once again bouncing onto Sonic hard and slow. I don't think hard and slow don't really go together.
Wait, sorry, what?
I mean, you can just pause a lot, but that's not slow, that's just pausing.
Isn't hard and slow like firm? Wouldn't that be a fitting?
Yeah, but like, that's not hard.
No, I know. I get what I do get your point.
Sonic wrapped his hands around Peach, stroking her back and sucking onto her breast, like a limpet. Peach then began to moan onto the feeling coming from Sonic. She wrapped her hand around his neck, moaning softly to it. I do love how often the girls do just put their hands around Sonic's neck. It's so close. They're so close to doing the right thing. Oh, Peach moaned. Peach once again went on to bounce and move her hips fast and hard onto Sonic, moaning heavily into the excitement. She then pushes herself and Sonic to the bed as Sonic was on his back with Peach still on top of Sonic. She began moving her hips more hard and fast. Sonic groped onto Peach's rear as she lustfully moving her hips and kissing Sonic on the lips passionately for the second time. This is only the second time they've kissed. As their sex continues on for 2 hours and a half, Peach then went on to suck on Sonic's shaft some more, increasing the amount of pressure and excitement for Sonic.
Ooh, under pressure.
Just like that, Peach. I'm getting close, Sonic moaned. Go on and come for me, Sonic. Come whenever you want. I do not mind, since I'm enjoying this moment with you. Peach softly said before going to suck on Sonic off.
I do not know.
Before going to suck on Sonic off. It's an old-fashioned Sonic off! Peach slurped sucking on Sonic's shaft gently, but instead she then went on to suck on it a little fast to increase the pressure more. Sonic soon started to moan to this, knowing how good it felt to him, lustfully. As time went by, as Peach sucking on Sonic for 9 minutes, then finally Sonic pulls out his shaft, stroking his shaft softly, knowing he's about to climax. Open your mouth, Peach. Here it comes, Sonic commanded. Peach did what Sonic requested. Wait, you don't like it like that, like
No, it's just like, what a fucking weird thing to say.
What do you mean? You gotta let her know. It's rude otherwise.
The other
You don't want
things
to
weren't
surprise
weird.
like her.
The way you read it and what is being said is just like, oh my god.
Lyko, she's royalty. You can't be rude. Peach did what Sonic requested her to do, opening her mouth and sticking her tongue out, looking up directly at Sonic, and seconds later, Sonic began to ejaculating, bursting his cum onto Peach's face and mouth. Peach jerked away as more cum started to burst onto her face.
She wasn't prepared.
He did warn her! She licked her lips and went on to suck on Sonic's shaft some more. Ah, that felt good, Sonic sighed in relief. Sonic, I had a good time with you, and the sex was wonderful, Peach complimented. So did I, and I'm glad I was able to help you. Either way, I hope we don't do this again! I hope so too! And if Mario doesn't want to have some fun, perhaps you could entertain me one day once again. Sonic says, look, I hope we don't fuck again. And Peach says, yeah, I also hope we don't fuck again. But you know, maybe we could fuck again. Maybe if you're feeling freaky. Perhaps. Then again, Thank you so much. You're welcome, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
There goes the 50th chapter of this story. This story keeps getting more hotter as we all speak her. Of course, I did add Princess Peach to sleep with Sonic passionately to this chapter. I hope all of you readers, fans, reviewers, and flamers enjoyed it or not. Anyway, read and review, everyone, as more chapter is still yet to come on the way. This is Little Knuckles signing off.
Is this still being written?
No, it's
got
actually
to
finished now.
350
It
chapters.
was still in progress when we started, but
If
we
he'd have written
were going a
5
lot
more
slower.
chapters, he could have written one for every day of the year.
Oh,
Wait, it's
fucking
no
love
longer
when-
ongoing.
No, he's finished. He's onto a new project now, which I think involves Shadow.
Yeah.
Or there was a side project that involves Shadow. I don't remember. It's not like we'll
Possibly.
ever get through this.
He has actually left now. I can see the last thing is just farewell, saying my goodbyes to
Damn.
everyone here.
Moved on to bigger and better things.
Maybe he got
So
hired.
Dan has linked one he wants us to read, which is apparently
is he
about
gonna join voice?
no.
Well, hold on. He can't request something and then not be here for it.
He's apparently in the car.
So
Yeah, so
He can listen to us while he's driving.
we'll have his crash recorded in real time.
Is he gonna choose to crash the car, or is it just
Wait, how long is he gonna take?
Oh yeah, I mean he's definitely choosing. I mean,
Yeah, he is listening to this
Yeah.
without drinking.
I fucking love I love when he signs off and he does stuff like this where it's like, I hope you enjoyed it or not. I just remember the one where he was like,
I don't
he
actually
said,
care.
please review please review. I don't give a shit about your reviews.
All right, he's gonna be like 5 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Alright, that's fine. We can just, make small talk until we start the next one.
Well, I kind of want to just read the farewell because it's here.
Sure.
Oh, then
Hi everybody, this is Little Sonic speaking. I wanted to let everybody know here that I come here to announce that I'm officially retired from writing stories for good. I'm also leaving fanfiction right after I write this. It has been
Yeah, that's what he already said.
It has been an absolute writing these crazy and awesome stories.
I mean, I can't disagree with that. That's true. It has been an absolute writing.
I made a lot of friends here, and I made a lot of fans who supported me since day one. But now it's time I finally hang up my writing habit, my writing career, and just move on with my life. I did had a lot of ups and downs. I lost some friends and lost some supporters, but that's okay. That's how life is. I'm writing all these stories has taken a lot out of me. Thinking the ideas, planning the next chapters, everything an author has to do. You haven't done it. You write the same fucking story every week.
Oh my god, only meet him. It's a lot of mental work.
It's not. It's the same story every week.
But now
There might be some initial work, but then there's very little after that.
he doesn't even proofread it, Lyko.
Yeah, I can't believe that he's not getting something out of it and that he's all for his audience. Like, I
No,
think
this
that
guy
there's
is
a lot of
definitely
weird-
jacking it.
Yes, 100%. He's only got one hand to type and it.
But now
That's why
I
he
can
writes so
finally move
badly.
on and just live my life. I know it's sad that I'm leaving fanfiction for good, but don't be sad. I'm going to be there in your hearts. Oh, fuck.
I know it's sad. Don't be sad.
All you got to do is just believe, be creative, and just have fun. No matter what ideas you can come up with, you can always make that idea into that story and show your fans and your supporters your creativity and just have fun writing. Do what's best for you and have fun with it. Show your passion, show your creativity, and show your imagination. You haven't shown any of those. Before I can leave,
I don't know, man. There's been some creativity.
before I can leave, I
Things
just
those people do to each other.
thank you all for your wonderful support. Thank you
way
all for
those
standing
bodies
with me
move.
when I'm down and going through a tough situation. Oh man, there's gonna be some drama. I wonder what the fucking little Sonic drama is. Thank you all.
Parents probably found out about the fanfiction.
They probably just complained, like, "Oh yeah, you're talking about underage characters again, Sonic. You gotta stop doing this." Thank you all
He
for
put-
He
showing.
put a gay kiss in and his audience rebelled. Like,
Maybe a girl told him that none of what he writes makes any sense.
Thank you all for showing your love to my stories. You just talking about people jacking it?
Yeah.
And
that's
thank
love.
you all for accepting me and enjoy my stories. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to miss all of you. You all will take care of yourselves, and I wish you all the best of luck in your endeavors into your future of what you all like to do. Thank you all again, and I love you all. Can you please stop saying it? Stay safe, stay blessed, stay
safe.
golden, and stay chaotic, which is a fancy chaotic. It ends with a Q. Farewell, everybody, and good luck with your
Why?
lives. I assume
would
it's
it
a
do
reference
that?
to a story.
But I mean, there were the chaotics, and that was with an X.
Oh, there's Shadow's Chaotic Harem is one of his stories.
Oh, okay.
Then there's Hedgehog and His Fairies, a series of one-shots of female fairy tale characters pairing up with Sonic in love and compassion. Sonic's Big House Party 3. Online romance.
Just slight wind noises from Dan.
Wait, Dad's here?
Really upping the production quality. Yeah, he's here.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm in streamer mode, so I don't get notifications when people join, because it automatically does that when you open OBS.
That's fair. If you enjoyed this one, I do have a follow-up I can give you. Not
Yeah.
a sequel to this, but
I mean,
a follow-up in which Lightning McQueen
Obviously,
gets
we
caught
won't
by a
enjoy
tentacle.
it. It depends what you mean by enjoy.
Also,
Videl was an 18-year-old good-looking girl with long legs and short black hair. C had a boyfriend and a fairly normal sex life, meaning she had sex with him usually every day. He was boy number 2
I
in her
don't think
life.
that's a normal sex life, to be honest.
No, I don't think so.
He was boy number 2
Who
in her
has
life.
that energy?
And so far, she had used the pill as contraception successfully. So she was not too interested in the subject of abortion, except she was pro-choice, but rather in a theoretical manner.
Just to be clear, by the way.
Of course, would she get pregnant, she would know where and how to obtain an abortion. It is legal in Japan up to 12 weeks on demand, and in neighboring Thailand.
Thailand.
That's no.
Thailand.
Thailand. It's not spelt correctly, Dan. So I'm going to use the author obviously intended. Nobody will ask any questions up to 22.
Spelled correctly.
Is it? Oh.
It's fine. Obi can't read. It adds to the experience.
Yeah.
True.
And in some clinics, 28 weeks. Not exactly legal, but openly tolerated. So she
hell,
didn't bother.
yes.
She has like magic key powers. She should be able to like wipe anything in her body anyway. It was on July weekend in Osaka when she dropped by in a bookshop and had a look at the women's corner. That's in like air quotes. Where everything from the latest diet to sex tips was the trade of the day.
Is the woman's corner in a bookshop like the men's section in a clothing store? It's just basically empty.
She opened a book on sexual self-determination, and somehow she took some time to have a look at the chapter dealing with abortion. The different techniques from suction over dilation and curettage, dilation and evacuation or intact extraction, saline abortion, and even cesarean abortion were laid out in graphic detail, and some of the pictures really caught her attention. Although some of the photos of inserted forceps pulling out fetal baby parts looked pretty disturbing on first sight,
That's not
a
how that works.
nidgy fascination made Videl virtually stare at them. She made sure nobody could look over her shoulders seeing what she was reading and looking at, and started to absorb every little detail the book could provide. She bought it. And
Why is she worried that someone might see what she's reading in a bookshop?
She bought it and went to her hotel. Capital H on the hotel.
Is this just a story about some girl jacking off to a book about abortion?
I don't know. Dan said it was like abortion fetishizing, so I assume it's just
Oh,
going to be some
good.
trash.
So weird.
Reading over the chapter, she came to the second chapter on... How many chapters? Like, you said this is a book about just, like, sex shit. And just had something about, like, abortion. I would have multiple chapters on abortion.
This is what women's books are like.
Yeah.
In the women's corner.
You go to the library as a woman, they're like, and here we have our abortion literature.
Well, what do women read?
Reading over the chapter, she came to the second chapter on abortion, the title of which nearly stopped her breathing. Are abortions fun?
Yes.
She'd always
Surely,
thought of
that's
abortion
why
as
so many people are pro-abortion. They must be exciting.
She'd always thought of abortion as a necessary evil and a right that women should be able to exercise without being questioned. But thinking of them as something enjoyable did never come to her mind. It's because it's a medical procedure, and they're never really fun. Nevertheless, she started wondering whether her own morbid interest in reading the stuff did not have the same undercurrent feeling that the book's author laid out on the pages in front of her eyes. Talked about breaking the taboo of killing the unborn fetuses and about the sexual arousal and the feeling of helplessness women experience lying on the abortion table that contributed to it.
Fucking hell.
It is also reported many women obtaining the procedure enjoyed the feeling of being emptied. The contraction of the uterus in the process of the vacuum suction and going with it a sexual arousal that in many instances led to climatic or orgasmic experiences.
That's amazing.
What was
I
that
missed
like?
the writing of the Sonic one, like the formatting.
Yeah, there's too much like
It's too
competent writing here.
Yeah, it's the sentences
same, you
and
know?
the words are too coherent.
Somehow makes it so much worse.
Vidal did not know how long had been reading the intricate and delicate details of the descriptions dealing with abortion experiences from 5 weeks gestation to 39, when her boyfriend knocked at her door and wanted to come in. Nervously, she closed the book and put it into her luggage. She did not want Gohan to see what she was reading, being afraid he would laugh at her.
I would.
Wait,
I
is
don't
this
know if I
Dragon
would
Ball
laugh
Z?
at that. I gotta be
I
honest.
would.
No, it's Dragon Ball.
I would laugh nervously.
When she stood up to go to the room door, she realized her slip was soaking wet. It was in fact so wet one could hear her pussy lips swamp on every step she made, or so it seemed to her.
Christ.
I am with you in a minute, Gohan. Just let me finish my toilette, please, she called out. She had to change her slip, or else she was afraid he would hear that wet sound from her pussy lips and wonder why that was the case.
Trying to sneak around, but I keep it
She jumped into the bathroom, cleaned her dripping pussy with a paper hanky, and got a fresh slip.
Fuck's sake, man. I'm trying to drink.
As she stepped into her room again, his sight fell on her bag, which contained the book that had captured so much of her attention this afternoon.
He just steps in and he goes, he like steps into the room, he like takes a sniff, he's like, something is out of place. What is this book? Just like shoves his hand through the fabric of her bag and rips it out.
She experienced a slight shiver, thinking the pictures of showing the inception of forceps, vacuum tubes, sharp-bladed curettes, and dilators into other women's vaginas. She knew she wanted to know more about this. No, she wanted to know all about this. She would go into every little bookshop in town and surf the web in every little corner to learn everything about abortion and the pleasure it provided to those knowing. Hi, Gohan!
I go,
Hi, Vidal! The hello was short and informal. Vidal was aroused from what she just had consumed and decided she needed satisfaction immediately. I want you to fuck me here and now, Gohan, she moaned, with the she moaned also being part of the sentence, just to clarify. That's what she's saying out loud. And before he knew what was happening to him, she had opened his pants, pulling them down, and with hands knowing how to handle him, she made him ready in a moment. She
made him ready. It sounds like
This is the kind of writing.
it's like when you're like preparing a fucking fish or something.
Yes.
You can swiftly chop off the head and tail and remove the innards.
Lightly oiled him and stuck him in a tinfoil packet.
She got off
Drizzle
her
some
slip,
lemon
pulled
on.
up her skirt, and while laying down on the desk in front of the bed, she
Ooh,
opened up
her
her
slip.
legs and pulled him into her soaking wet vagina.
Anyone who unironically uses the term slip can go fuck themselves.
She closed her eyes as he penetrated her deeply. Why does this fucking desk not have stirrups on knee rests? She wondered out loud, because that's in speech marks. She wondered silently while the pumping movements they both made raised her orgasm very fast to her first climax. She had her eyes still closed, and in her imagination, she was lying on a surgical table in a clinic. Her legs opened up, and in the air, the doctor would enter the room, insert a large tube, penetrate her with it, and suction a fetus out of her wide-open cavity.
Oh god. It's like physically painful for me, as I know. Well, I don't know because I haven't had an abortion. This feels like it's like I can imagine that would be the most uncomfortable thing you have to go through.
I also haven't had an abortion, I'd like to make clear.
The imagination of receiving an abortion heightened her sexual feelings once more, and as she came again, she could not suppress her whisper, saying, "Suck it, please suck it out." Gohan was too busy with his own orgasm to register she had said anything that didn't make sense to him.
I just terrified Maisie with my bird.
With a loud breathing, he ejaculated into her, and as they both came, Vid's I don't know how to say that word. Convulsively. Contracting cervical muscles suctioned his warm sperm into her uterus and up into her ovaries, where they happened to meet the result of Videl forgetting to take the pill that morning.
I mean, if you can't get off to this, what can you get off to?
This is just, it's harder to listen to because when you understand how everything works, it just doesn't make.
I do understand.
When you have a grasp of sexual biology. I like that there's such in-depth detail of impregnation, but it's not even fucking impreg fetish, it's abortion fetish.
Oh.
It just needs you to know that she is getting impregnated.
Oh, yes.
Maybe they go hand in hand. Maybe all...
They do.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. One is not generally possible without the other, I would say. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty. There may be outliers, but I'm pretty confident.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that was so good. I just needed that right now, she said, "Own and Hanon." When he pulled out of her and a stream of liquid, a mixture of sperm and her own wetness flowed out of her vagina onto the carpets next to the desk. Gohan
come
was
on,
puzzled.
man.
I didn't know you were a fan of quickies, but I have
Someone's
to
going to
admit,
have to clean that up.
it was a nice surprise. We could do that more often.
At least do it on the bed. Come on.
Yes, Gohan, I think it's their fault for not having stirrups on their fucking desks, you know?
No, that wouldn't help. Then she'd just be open even wider.
Whoa.
Yes, Gohan, I think we should. Back home in Tokyo, Videl still had...
Back, foul demon.
It's on its own line. I feel like it deserves to be on its own.
Yeah, this is copied as it was on the thing. They didn't bother fixing the formatting because
Well,
they
yeah.
hated this fanfiction so much.
Back home in Tokyo, Videl had a good time. Having sex with Gohan was still good. Though she had an adventure with a good-looking guy from the Capsule Corporation, who she loved
At
to
least
fucking
it maintains
places.
the very important aspect of, yeah, I mean, it was okay. Maybe I'd do it again, whatever.
In general, she had developed a sense for dangerous situations and used them as a turn-on. So Gohan provided her bread and butter sex, and Vegeta was her little in-between excitement. But with both guys, she had used her new imagination.
Is this Dragon Ball characters?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know someone who really likes Dragon Ball. Maybe I should send this to them.
Do they
That's
also
the
really
answer to
like
this.
abortion?
Well, this is how you find out, isn't it?
Weirdly, no,
But no, Joe, don't start any conversation about this with weirdly enough.
Joe, don't try and talk. It's dangerous right now.
But with both guys, she had used her new imagination about having an abortion as a way
Her
to...
new imagination.
Yeah.
I wonder when she got that. What did she do with the old one?
I don't know. Replaced it for this one about abortion.
her third
I
eye's
guess
been
so.
opened.
As a way to increase her orgastic pleasure. She had searched the web. I mean, I googled that word, and it is a real word, but it's about orgies, not about orgasms.
orgiastic.
Yeah.
It's in the
I don't know.
last sentence of The Great Gatsby, weirdly.
Good.
Okay.
I know. but-
Honestly, it's more weird that you just know that off the cuff.
me too.
be honest.
I agree.
She had searched the web for information on it, but what she found so far was a pretty little value, either in terms of information or in terms of turn on. I'm sure there is absolutely videos of abortions on the internet. Like,
I'm not learning, and I can't jerk off.
it was early October when she somehow felt uneasy over her current relationships with the two guys She was still using the pill, but recently she had felt some sickness when getting up in the morning. Maybe she should consult a doctor and exchange the chemical contraceptive she was using for another one. She would go on Friday next week.
Yeah, maybe.
Young lady, I'm afraid changing the
Who knows? Who
contraceptive
cares?
is not exactly what I can prescribe to you right now, her gynecologist explained to her. You are 16 weeks...
gynecologist.
I'm sorry, I'm not good at pronouncing words.
Vaginacologist.
You are
I
16
genuinely can't believe Lyko didn't laugh at that.
It's just,
I did.
I think she's a bit too thrown by the actual content of this one. You are 16 weeks pregnant. You are not prepared for that news, are you? No, I am not,
But it is exactly what she wants.
she replied. But nowadays that should not be a problem, should it? Well, here in Japan, you need a reason, such as health grounds, for an abortion after 12
What,
weeks.
to be pregnant? Oh, right, for an abortion. You need a reason to be pregnant.
But a friend of mine, a Japanese gynecologist, is running a facility in Bangkok. They are providing abortion
I know a
services
guy.
up to 22 weeks on demand, up to 36 weeks if there's a health problem whatsoever. Do you want the address? Yes, please, Vidal said. And on her way back to the apartment, she started to get excited, already thinking of the prospect to have something in real life that was theoretical or fantasy up to now. Arriving at home, she immediately called the clinic in Bangkok. He gave you the address, not the phone number. How did you call?
You can just look it up. I mean, genuinely, that wouldn't be that difficult.
yeah.
She doesn't... yeah, she does actually have a phone.
Establishments have phone numbers.
You are 16 weeks pregnant, you said? Yes, exactly. That won't be any problem. I'm used to Little Sonic where everything's autistically explained. That won't be any problem. We can offer you an appointment next Friday. The size of your pregnancy will not require you
The
to
size of your pregnancy? What?
It will not require you
What
to
does
stay...
that mean?
I don't know.
Medical language.
Will not require you to
big
stay
is my
overnight,
pregnancy?
but we can do to that on a walk-in, walk-out basis. Can I stay awake during the procedure? Fidel wanted to know.
Holy shit. I mean, I don't assume they would put you under for that, but that's still amusing.
She had been thinking about it and found out that she had developed a real fetish for having an abortion. It was clear that she could only hope for the joy promised in that book if she was not asleep when the doctor exterminated her fetus. No problem, that is your personal choice, was the answer she had hoped for.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
She took the plane to Bangkok and was lucky to have a sunshiny day when she arrived. The clinic was
What?
only a 2-minute walk from the airport.
Oh, that's good.
What a weird... yeah, okay.
This is the detail you're getting hung up on?
Well, okay, I went to Manchester Airport recently, and you know what was close to Manchester Airport?
Nothing, it's out of city.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking nothing.
But to be fair, I think Japan might have less space than us.
But this is Bangkok. This is Thailand.
Alright, I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh, this is a very large clinic. How many abortions do they perform here?
How many abortions have you ate in your life?
The leaflet she got at the reception answered her question. 50 abortions every day. Saturday and Sunday service included. 18.5
That is a lot.
every year since 1985. Oh, right. It's one of the fucking American notations. I hate the... Why would you ever use period as a fucking comma? Many patients...
That's not American, that's European.
Oh, is
It's-
that European?
Are you talking about swapping
Commas
full stops
for-
and commas
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
that's European.
I hate it. Many,
Yeah, so do I.
many patients were women with jobs, so having their abortion on the weekend...
Oh,
was-
no way. Women with jobs? Now, hold on a second. I don't agree with this. This isn't okay. We can't just be going around allowing women to have jobs.
So having their abortion on the weekend was just a convenient thing for them. The nurse at reception did all the paperwork, billed her $450 on her Amex, and brought her directly to the Obgyn, where the abortion team of a doctor and another nurse was already
To
preparing...
the
the-
option.
I don't know how that's pronounced. I have never heard that.
You don't. It's just OBGYN.
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. This is too good. I gotta ask for a pause because I gotta piss. Talk about the weather or something, you know? It's all good.
I'm gonna have a drink. Just give me 1 second.
God.
Yeah, so anyway, that Harry Potter game, as we were saying earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, so I was hoping you'd say something.
It's got Dark Souls roll.
It's actually a really like I like it.
It's going to be really boring in about like 20 minutes. It looks like a collection game.
There you go. I've also posted the other fic I mentioned.
Lightning McQueen. Hold on, have you ever seen that meme where someone goes ka-chow and then it has a very explicit
Yeah.
Hold on. I need to post this now.
I just hope that the person, because there are some, just to, do any of you guys know how, like, do any of you guys know anything about abortion? Basically, is what I'm trying to ask.
No.
A reasonable amount.
Okay, so I just hope that the person doesn't know the full details.
Like, there is no way a woman wrote this.
That's true. No, but just like looking it up would be enough. Which
He just jacks off to abortion videos. That's all it means.
This is the only fan fiction this person ever wrote.
But that's
They had
literally
one
all...
really specific abortion fetish and got out the system and they were
One
done.
hit wonder.
Yeah, like, literally, that's all this means. Like, this is some guy who jacks off to abortion videos.
No. I just really, because it's gonna be like, it's gonna be. Okay, I'm just gonna say, if not everything leaves the body during the surgical procedure and whatever the hell is being built up there, you have to stay in the hospital later as things are expelled naturally, like the rest of them. Which I really am hoping will not be a part of the story. That we'll just get through whatever the fuck will be happening in the clinic. And then we won't be there for 2 more days where she's experiencing a random whatever
I'm back.
because things are naturally expelling. So
Tell me more about those sexy abortions.
She had
Oh,
the
I was-
documents with her pre-exam from her gynecologist in Tokyo with her, and all she had to do before she could obtain her abortion was an ultrasound. She laid down on the abortion table, and the nurse inserted the ultrasound device into her vagina. It confirmed she was 5 months pregnant, so she was 2 weeks
Is it?
longer with fetus than
Does
she...
it go in? I mean, this is something I'm genuinely uncertain
No.
of.
No,
I assume it does not.
They squeeze like jelly on you.
Yeah, like I know. Yeah, I know how an ultrasound works, but then I was so thrown that I was like, "Is this just some different ultrasound?" Okay,
No, I
good.
mean,
Yeah.
they do intravaginal ultrasounds just
Do they?
when you're pregnant. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's the
Not for
normal
pregnancy,
ultrasound that
okay.
an OBGYN performs. It's ultrasound from inside.
Oh, okay.
So she was 2 weeks longer with fetus than she initially had heard in Tokyo. Your
No way.
fetus is comparatively large for a 5
Wait,
months
but-
pregnancy.
But she knows. She knew when she was impregnated. How is she surprised by the duration? She knows the exact date.
Who knows?
That's a good point.
Your fetus is comparatively large for 5 months pregnancy, but we have techniques to deal with that, so don't worry. The abortion doctor explained to her.
Yo, that baby kind of big, but we'll murder it. No worries.
Question mark. As this is your first ebb on, I will explain everything to you before we start. We will start with the termination by dilating your cervix, carefully inserting steel rods, and soften the muscle with an injection of leonine and prostaglandine.
Steel rods.
Fucking love steel rods. Holy shit.
Sorry, what?
I will then insert.
What are they doing? Building a fucking skyscraper?
I will then insert a suction cannula of about 2 inches diameter into your uterus
Cannula, I
and
assume.
remove the fetal limbs, the intestines, and the brain by suction. The head and the body will be crushed and removed by forceps. The placenta will be scraped out using a sharp curette.
That's not how it happens.
At the end,
Well, it
another
is
suction
here.
session will complete your abortion and your unwanted pregnancy will be over. How can you know this is unwanted? Vidal thought.
Yeah, I did this on purpose so I could get an abortion. It wasn't unwanted. I just don't want to keep it.
Also, I love the fact that these are all using speech marks. These are the loudest thoughts ever.
I need to be pregnant to have an abortion, and ever since reading that book, I've wanted to get one. So please move your pelvis down a bit. It is necessary to place your vagina just above the steel bowl attached to the lower end of this abortion table, so that the tissue
This
we
abortion
remove,
table.
so that the tissue we remove from
the
your
fuck,
uterus
steel
directly falls into it when it slips out through the speculum. Now put your legs into the knee rests. Open up, please, and relax. It won't hurt a bit. Vidal started to feel the excitement she'd experienced when she read the book in the Osaka store for the first time. She was pretty sure she could answer the question already. Are abortions fun? You bet, she thought. This is gonna be the
Hell
best
yeah.
orgasm of my life.
Fucking
Oh no.
love orgasm.
Sorry.
Holy
I read
shit.
that completely wrong. You bet, she thought. This is going to be the orgasm of my life.
Oh my god.
When the doctor inserted the speculum into her vagina, she felt like being penetrated with a large dildo. Her vaginal muscles contracted, and she took a deep breath in her shivering arousal. In
Vagina.
her fantasy, she went ahead and already managing the forceps and the suction tube inside of her, taking care of the fetus. After injecting the lidocaine and some prostaglandine, the abortionist inserted the dilator rods into her cervix and carefully stretched and widened it. The opening in her cervix was soon stretched to 2 inches. The doctor could now insert a sound to measure the exact size of the uterus and decide which forceps to use. That's what it says. And decide which forceps to use for dismembering the fetal tissue. Her uterus was already more than 10 inches deep behind the cervical opening. The abortionist decided he would stretch the cervix to be 4 inches, using a new tool that could be inserted and expanded uniformly like a camera shutter.
Oh,
What?
like a camera shutter, except nothing like that. Camera shutters are designed to close.
Yeah.
We're on the bleeding edge of technology here.
Like, I
The
stopped
bleeding edge of
empathizing.
technology where something closing to a
I'm
point
trying
somehow
my
opens.
hardest to stop empathizing.
Yeah, Lyco, stop having a cervix. Come on.
He inserted it and expanded the cervix slowly and
Disassociate them,
stepwise until he had reached 4.5 inches to compensate for the expected contraction when he took the device out again. Vidal could hardly stop her pelvis from making circular movements, meanwhile. In her imagination, she was patient and abortionist at the same cutting the fetus into pieces and pulling them out of the open speculum
God, I wish I was murdering fetus.
before placing the lacerated limbs into the waste bin under the abortion table. Her vagina started to...
I don't know, at what point are they limbs? Like,
I don't know.
Also, that's not
It's
how it's
just-
done. It's based off of that one video of that like person saying that limb is pulled out by limb, but that's just not how it works.
yeah, they just get blended.
It's just a fanfic of someone stabbing a child.
Her vagina started... I mean, to be fair, I can understand that. Murdering
Yeah.
children sounds fun.
Right.
Her vagina started to contract and hold the speculum under tension. She was so excited now, she was about to come. When the nurse told her the doctor would now start to insert the cannula for the first
Cannula.
session... Thank you. Cannula for the first session of suction courage, she climaxed the first time. As she came moaning and groaning, her cervix convulsed visibly. The doctor inserted the suction machine and switched it on. This guy's a professional. He doesn't comment at all. He inserted the tongs of age,
This happens all the time.
forceps scissors and cut off the limbs off the fetus. He then moved the tip of the suction cannula directly to the amputated limbs and sucked them out of the uterus into the
It's
steel
just
bowl.
it's literally just a tiny fully formed human, isn't it, in this person's mind?
He then cut off the umbilical cord and started opening the fetal body with a pointed pair of scissors to insert the suction tube into the fetus. A few seconds later, the intestines were spit into the steel bowl, and only the emptied torso, the skull, and the placenta were still inside Vidal's slightly swollen belly. We call this procedure a scrap
Is
suction.
this propaganda?
No, this is definitely used for jacking off.
Oh.
Yeah.
We use it when the fetus is small enough to be removed by suction, but too large and the tissue too tough to be dismembered by the pressure of the suction machine, the nurse explained to Vidal. Vidal could feel how the flow of fetal tissue was vacuumed out of her, and the orgiastic feeling rose again until the wave of contractions gave her another climax. As she came, her uterus compressed and pushed the suction tube out through the cervical canal. To the doctor, this was a familiar phenomenon. He knew that many of his patients had orgasms during the suction procedure, and
No, he didn't, because that's not true.
And he never used a pointed cannula because of this, so as to avoid wounding the uterus when his patients reached a climax. This is such a common issue that he can't use sharp tools. He reinserted the tube and began crushing the head and the torso with a flat blade forceps. Again, the shredded pieces were suctioned out.
It's genuinely just a tiny, fully formed human.
Again, the shredded
Oh,
pieces
no.
were suctioned out as he cut them from the fetus and to pieces, and the steel bowl was filled with the abortion product. Vidal knew that most her fetus was now
Steel
removed
ball.
from her
It's
womb.
just an abortion capsule so that you can take it all home later.
Like one of those Chinese takeaway containers.
You know, you gotta like get all the you know the oh fuck no, I completely forgotten like the
No,
special
I don't.
cells.
Yeah, stem cells.
Yeah, that's one. Vidal knew that most of her fetus was now removed from her womb, and that in the process that it had been exterminated. She asked the nurse not to throw it away, as she wanted to see the remains when the procedure was over. She assumed it would give her another kick. The doctor had completed... Fucking hell. It's pretty fucking dark, mate. The doctor had completed the scrap suction, and it's... I mean, it's not that bad. The doctor had completed the scrap suction and inserted a long curette to cut the placenta off the uterine walls and scrap it out through the open vagina, where it dropped into the steel bowl with the aborted fetus. A last session of suction to clean her out, and the abortion was over. During the whole 40 minutes of determination, Vidal came 3 times. She now knew exactly what the book she found in the Osaka bookstore was talking about. This was an experience she would want to repeat. As she relaxed herself on the abortion table, the shredded pieces of the aborted fetus lay in a steel bowl
Girls
placed
gonna end
under
up
the
on the
lower
streets
end of
doing
the
back
table.
alley abortions. Mark my words.
Between the knee rests. We will now reassemble it to check everything has been completely removed from your womb. After that, your
What,
abortion...
the baby? What are they
Yes.
reassembling?
Yes, they're reassembling
What?
the baby.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
I shall do not left an arm in there.
Like a jigsaw.
Oh god.
After that, your
But, like,
abortion will be over and done.
That's the whole point of things like ultrasound. Although, to be fair, they haven't ultrasounded her womb. They've only ultrasounded her vagina, so I guess they wouldn't know.
You all may relax for an hour or two in a room provided here at the clinic before you leave. We hope you enjoyed our service. The nurse said to her. Can I see it? Vidal asked the nurse. Of course, here it is, she replied. Vidal tried to identify the fetal body parts, but only the skull and some of the limbs were still visible, as the other parts were buried under a bloody soup of placenta tissue and a pulp of squashed fetal organs. A large shiver went down her spine looking at the fetus she had aborted before the remains were brought to the waste bin. Vidal left the clinic and programmed the reception's number into her cell phone's memory. She knew she would use it again. And that is the end.
Amazing.
Do you want to read the Lightning McQueen one, Kai? Or are we calling it here?
I mean,
think we all
I
agree
don't
that
want to read it
Pro's
right now,
much
but
better.
I'm happy to continue.
Alright. Well, the only issue with this site is that it's not in dark mode. And I really hate that.
Right?
My eyes. Can't you use something like Dark Reader?
Probably. No, whatever. Lightning rolled onto one of the dustless cargo areas of the Piston Cup. His mind flashed back again to several different times these past few days that he'd seen Chick talking to someone unseen in Chick's garage. Curious, McQueen decided to investigate to find out just who Chick was dealing with back here. Suspicious that the green race car was up to something questionable.
I don't know the characters of cars.
No. I know Lightning, he's the main character. I have no idea who the fuck Chick is.
There's also the Scrap Man.
I don't know what his name is, though, so...
I think,
I know he exists.
and I'm quite possibly wrong here, I think Chick might be
The female car?
Well, presumably.
Isn't it the green chap with the mustache?
At the very least, a
Oh,
female.
it is just, yeah, the
It's
mustache
the
car.
antagonist from the first one.
What, the old guy?
Yeah, I just put it in chat.
No,
It's-
antagonist. Like,
I don't remember an antagonist. There wasn't an antagonist in the first one. He just got lost. That was the entire premise.
Don't
Even
worry, I
with
got
the
you.
race,
It's
only-
this guy.
I'm not looking. I'm
Oh.
tapped out.
Even with the race only a day away, the room was void of life, almost abandoned. The air was as dry as his mouth. He saw a few stacks of boxes piled up, shielding off a part of the garage. He did not want to get caught, and took his time going around the stacks. It was too dark to make anything out at first, but as he moved further, past the boxes, his eyes adjusted. The space back here was larger than he expected, and McQueen looked around to see if there was any signs of someone else in his presence. He felt something move by his left back tire, but when he glanced back, nothing was there. He shrugged and moved further into the darkness. Whatever. He peered into the darkness. Nothing. He felt a brush of air against him. Hadn't he closed the door on his way in? It felt like something was looming over him. He reversed from where he thought he came from, but ran into some boxes. He made a slight jump into the air and let out a girlish yelp, which he hoped no one had heard, especially not Chick. McQueen calmed his breathing and shook off the few boxes lying on top of him. He made to move forward, but something was tangled around his front axle. He tried shaking it off, and then froze as whatever it was began moving. What the? He thought when he felt more movement around his tires. Fear clenched at his engine as his mind rapidly tried to understand what was happening. Something moved alongside his undercarriage. He would have jumped up and made a run for it, but he couldn't rotate his tires.
I like this. This is really well read.
This is why cars couldn't survive evolutionary. It's not a very good design for survival of the fittest. His drive axle kept still by whatever was under him. A cold sweat broke out, and he wanted to yell when he suddenly heard Chick Hicks' voice just outside. Lightning's oil raced in fear. Something was holding him tight, and Chick was about to find him. He heard the race car's voice from outside. Harvey, you in there? Lightning didn't make a sound, but was very aware of the fact that whatever was holding him was still moving. He felt it coiling around him like a snake, and he heard his engine make a panicked squeal. Isn't his engine like his normal voice? His eyes darted out to Chick's form. There was no way
from his voice box. It's installed somewhere.
There was no way he hadn't been heard. Hicks tittered and closed the door. Have fun! Confused, Lightning decided this was no longer the time to keep silent. He opened his mouth, when from under him something slid inside, grabbing his tongue. His mind froze this time, trying to understand what was happening. It didn't help any when a part of whatever held his body slid over the front of his hood. What appeared to be this head of this, well, he couldn't call it a snake. Tentacle? His body shuddered. Whatever it was. I wonder
what it is.
Whatever it was, it certainly had a mind of its own and was doing what it pleased, which at the time consisted of holding him quiet and still as the remainder of its body continued its exploration.
Is it Cthulhu?
No, it's a penis.
Oh. Okay.
Come on. Is that not obvious?
His eyes widened when he felt the tentacle drag itself along his drive shaft. Oh boy, what exactly was this thing up to? He shifted his tires.
What the fuck?
He shifted his tires, trying to move. His heart skipped a beat, and his breath stopped when his intention became clear. It pressed against his rear. His blood started pumping. He was ready to flee, but ironically, it rushed to where the action was. How is that ironic?
No one understands irony, Boomy.
He gasped when the tentacle began to gently coil around his growing shaft. Wait, he has a dick?
He also has a heart. What do you mean?
This was so...
You don't need a heart to have a dick. Come on. That's just discriminatory.
This was so not happening. But it was, and Lightning found himself nearly ready to give himself over to this creature. The tentacle seemed to know this, and at the end of it, which end McQueen wasn't sure, began to slowly press into him. The absurdly clear thought came to his mind that this thing must self-lubricate for it to be pushing inside so easily. He tried tightening his muscles.
Okay.
He has muscles?
Yeah, car muscles.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a muscle car, Boomy. It makes sense if you think about it.
That does make sense.
Oh, fuck. To keep the thing out, but it seemed to mind the pressure and continued to its progress. Pressure in this one too, eh? He wanted to be found.
I mean, to be fair.
He wanted to be found, but not like this. He tried to keep quiet and tried hard to push out what was easing its way into him, but to no avail. And even worse, it seemed to want more space.
So obviously I've only been paying half attention. I just want to clarify. The premise here is that Lightning McQueen has been set upon by a stealth penis.
Tentacles, yeah.
Okay. good, good.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Like Legend of the Overfiend style stuff.
Of course, yes. I always understand the references you make, Joe. They're not
Okay.
all like 50 years out of date or anything.
Yeah,
Is-
Joe,
is that-
it's not our fault you're old.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
He's gonna go
Let's
check
make it-
with his
make it
boyfriend
relevant.
to check he's not old.
Okay, no, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, did your
Did you
boyfriend...
confirm that it's old?
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna shut up.
Oh, good.
He tried to
think
keep quiet and tried hard to push out what was easing his way into him, but to no avail, and he... Oh, I read this bit. His engine whimpered. The one thing that was certain in Lightning's mind was that this was not the first time this thing had done this, just by how it knew his sensitive spots, and knew where it make his oil run hotter. Like right now, how it coiled around his shaft and rhythmically squeezed it, rotating some at the head. His engine revved louder than he liked at the portion of the tentacle inside of him touched something that made him see stars. The creature froze, and Lightning thought for a moment that
Probably his
maybe it would
carburetor.
stop and leave him be. But to avail, as the tentacle surged into him even further, leaving just enough to continue caressing his shaft. What was in him now seemed to be growing and lightening, grimaced at how loud he was panting. He shuddered with ecstasy, and to his dismay, his rear section went weak at the continued stimulation, sending out an invitation to the creature that was all over him. But it didn't use his loss of control, just the opposite. It released his tongue and coiled around his drive axle. He wondered what it was doing, because he couldn't see it anymore. His breath was taken away again when it continued deeper into him and seemed to wail about, knowing just how far and where to stretch him. The creature had apparently let go of him because it knew he couldn't protest anymore. Dan, I gotta ask, this one isn't like that cursed. It's just shitty erotic fan fiction. Like,
This one's doing it for me out of all the most.
yeah, it's not like terrible. It's just boring.
It's just cars.
Yeah. His
Have
tires
you seen the
twitch.
documentary?
Oh, you're gonna talk
The
about your
documentary
cars?
Cars.
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna...
It's just because it's one of the other ones I remembered as from that.
It's just Dan's favorite fanfic, you know? Don't slate him for
Wait.
it.
Yeah.
There's a documentary where they go on a road trip with these 3 car fetishists, and they have to kick one guy off the road trip because they find out that at night he's like doing weird stuff to all of the road trip vans the crew have brought.
Good.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
it's weird.
Yeah, it sounds pretty fucking weird.
Yep.
Huh.
All right, I skimmed the story. It looks kind of boring. I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
it here.
Damn, I didn't even get to complete my bingo.
I didn't even get to come.